Hello and welcome to the You Demand It podcast. You demand it and we deliver. Along with Ann Argus, I'm Michael Agashow. Before we get to our guest for this week, here's how you can give us input for upcoming shows. You can find Utah Athletics on Facebook at facebook.com/UAthletics. Also go to our Utah Twitter page at twitter.com/Utah Athletics. Well, Ann, the Utes coming off their bye week with a 4-0 record, now 8 straight games to close out the season.
Absolutely, Mike. And the bye week has been a really good time for the team to get some rest, for the developmental team to really get some reps and practice. And with that, there were a lot of questions coming into the season. And I think most of the fans notably looked at our defense and said, we lost 7 starters. Where will our defense be? And I think through the first portion of the schedule, we really saw the defense is very strong. We're already ranked in multiple national categories. And to kind of take a look at where we are defensively, we're 8th in the nation in scoring defense. We're only allowing 12.8 points per game. The Utes also rank 6th in total defense in the country, and we're only giving up 246 yards per game on offense. So I really think those questions to the defense have been alleviated, and we have a strong core group of young guys that have now stepped up along with some veteran leadership to make that defense one of the best in the nation.
Yeah, no question. And one of those veterans who's played before but not started is senior defensive end Christian Cox. He's really stepped up his game this year, leads the defensive line and ranks 5th overall with 21 tackles, also 2 tackles for loss and 1 sack. He's a former walk-on from Bountiful, Utah. Christian Cox, our guest this week on the You Demand It podcast.
Thanks, Christian, for joining us today. John asks, what was the process going from a walk-on to an integral part of the Utah defense? What was that like for you?
It was a process that took a lot of time. I've been part of the U for, I think this is my 4th year. I decided to go on a mission when I was down at Southern Utah with Gary Anderson and Coach Roderick and Kalani Sitake back in 2004, and had some scholarship offers, but had a feeling that this was the place for me. I had two of my really good friends were up here who played at Southern Utah with me, Braden Godfrey and Michael Wright, and saw Greg Newman and also Steve Tate, Kepa Geisen, guys who worked hard and got awarded scholarships. So I knew there was light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm pretty sure all of them had integral parts on the defense on the teams they played on. So I knew if I just worked hard and I kept progressing as a person, as a player, that the same would happen for me.
Yeah, it's been a great story, and be able to see you go from being behind the scenes to very much in front of the scenes has been great. A very big honor you got this year. Your peers elected you as one of the team captains. What does that mean to you as a player and part of the Utah football family? And then does that leadership kind of then spill over into the locker room?
Yeah, I was shocked. Silver and I both looked at each other in kind of amazement, and we were kind of just stunned that we were selected captains of the defense. Just a definite honor. I'm really grateful for the opportunity, and to know that the guys look at me to lead the team, and definitely that correlates on and off the field, in the locker room, in academics as well. Have to go to class, have to do all the right things, got to set the example for doing your homework and things like that. But I accept the challenge, and I enjoy it. Just something I've I guess been my whole life. Just try to do everything right, and as people just notice, I guess.
Well, it certainly paid off here. We got a question here from Bill Christian. He wants to know, with all the depth, are you happy about that? I know your tackles are probably down like everyone else, but you've had some great depth to rotate in and out. Has that been a good thing for this team this year?
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's not a bad thing to have everyone to be able to rotate. Like we've said, there's probably 3 deep on our D-line that we can go, and just to see the progression even in our young players like Joe Kruger and Trevor Riley come up, and they're really progressing in what, 6-7 weeks. But we love it. You get to fly around. When you're in, you go full tank. You go balls to the walls. I don't know if I can say that, but you just give it your all. And tackles are down, but it doesn't matter. We're a united defense, and we're about winning for each other. And we want to put a special season in the books.
With playing time at a premium, has it made the competition in practice and fall camp better for this group, and has that resulted in you guys becoming actually better players with that competition?
Yeah, the competition always enhances everyone's ability to put forth effort. When you got a guy coming up behind you and you look in your rearview mirror and you see a guy who's going to take your playing time and take your sacks from you, you're going to definitely work a little harder. But I think with our D-line, it's not so much of a fight for playing time. It's more we just love each other. We're a tight-knit group, and we want everyone to succeed when they're out there.
Well, Christian, a pretty good start for you. You lead the D-line in tackles. What's helped you really mature as a player the last couple of years here?
First of all, I didn't know I was leading the D-line in tackles, but just playing my position, not trying to do too much. Kalani always talks about it. You need to do your 1/11th, and the tackles will come your way. That's how I got sacks last year. Somehow I led the team in sacks last season. Yeah. But again, it's Coach P's. Gary Anderson taught me the schematics of our defense, which was really good. I understood where I need to be, and Coach Pease has taught me how to move around and how to pass rush and how to get TFLs. And tackling is an effort mentality. If you want to tackle, you will go tackle, and you want to punish people when you're out there. You don't want the enemy to have any confidence or anything like that. If you saw Dion Lewis, we were hitting him so hard. I think he quit in the third and fourth quarter because of all of our mentality. We wanted to hurt him, so it was all right.
And Lisa asked, maybe she's from Bountiful too, but being very local and right here in our neighborhood, do you spend a lot of time with your family in Bountiful?
Yeah, just really just on the weekends. Usually go home for Sunday dinner, hang out with my family for a while. Actually, my girlfriend lives up there too, the Fry family. So I'm up there probably a couple nights a week. You gotta keep those flames going, I guess. So do what I can do.
Well, being a local guy, we know some people who know you throughout the years, and being from Bountiful, we heard you were a pretty good baseball player. What positions did you play?
I grew up playing third base. I would say I'm not that great of a player. People are just saying nonsense, but in high school I played left field and I pitched. Ironically, Mike Wright also played on that team. We played together, and he was I think like first team All-State catcher, and he hit a lot of home runs. So we hit a couple home runs together. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, very good. It's postseason baseball time as we head to October. Who's your favorite team, and are they still in the race?
Definitely Atlanta Braves. I hope they go all the way. Jason Hayward's awesome. I love their pitching staff. Too bad my man Chipper's hurt. That's who I grew up idolizing.
Be a good way for Bobby Cox to go out with a playoff berth and maybe a world championship.
I always joked that he's my great-great-grandfather, being Christian Cox, obviously. But he's no relation, sadly, but I hope the best for him.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Christian. Defensive line has been very impressive this season, and I anticipate we'll see much more of Christian and his talent both on the field and off the field. Thanks to all the fans for submitting questions, and keep those questions coming.
All right, and the Utes are off to Iowa State in Ames, Iowa this week for their matchup against the Cyclones. Kickoff at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. That game will be shown on Fox College Sports. That channel is available on Comcast and DirecTV. It's not on their basic packages, but part of their upgraded sports packages. And as always, you can hear the game on ESPN 700 and ESPN700sports.com. Should be a fun trip to Big 12 country.
Absolutely, Mike. And remember to send your questions to Utah Athletics Facebook page and Twitter site. We'll be back with you next week on the You Demand It podcast. Thanks so much for joining us, and we can't wait to hear from you, and go Utes.